As people age, one of the most consistent and frustrating changes they face is in the quality and rhythm of sleep. Older adults often find themselves waking up earlier, struggling to fall asleep, or experiencing lighter, more fragmented rest. While these shifts are sometimes dismissed as a natural part of aging, their effects run far deeper than fatigue alone. Disrupted sleep in later life doesn't just leave you tired, it actively sabotages metabolic health, contributes to hormonal imbalances, and increases the risk of unwanted weight gain, especially in the form of stubborn abdominal fat. What may seem like a benign inconvenience can, over time, become a major driver of obesity and chronic illness in the elderly. Sleep is a critical regulator of nearly every system involved in weight maintenance: hormonal signaling, appetite control, insulin sensitivity, energy expenditure, and emotional resilience. In younger adults, poor sleep already leads to measurable increases in hunger and fat retention. But in older adults, whose bodies are already facing age-related metabolic decline, the impact of disrupted sleep becomes more dangerous and harder to recover from. One of the most powerful effects of sleep loss is on appetite hormones. Even a single night of poor sleep can significantly reduce leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, and increase ghrelin, which stimulates hunger. This hormonal imbalance leads to a disproportionate craving for high-calorie, sugary, and fatty foods, especially in the late evening when the body is less metabolically active. In older adults, this effect is intensified. As circadian rhythms become less robust with age, the brain's perception of day and night becomes blurred, and eating patterns become irregular. A sleepless night leads not just to increased hunger the next day, but to an altered perception of when the body needs food at all, often resulting in late-night snacking and disrupted meal timing, which further impairs metabolism. Sleep deprivation also has a profound effect on insulin sensitivity. After poor sleep, cells become less responsive to insulin, meaning the body must produce more of it to manage blood sugar. This not only increases fat storage, but also sets the stage for insulin resistance, a key driver of age-related weight gain and metabolic syndrome. Importantly, this insulin resistance can occur even in healthy individuals after just a few nights of disrupted sleep. In older adults who may already be dealing with some level of glucose intolerance, these effects are magnified and more persistent. Beyond these metabolic disruptions, poor sleep also increases levels of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Chronically elevated cortisol encourages fat accumulation, particularly around the abdomen, while simultaneously breaking down muscle tissue. This shift in body composition, less muscle, more fat, leads to a lower resting metabolic rate, meaning fewer calories are burned at rest. This becomes a dangerous feedback loop. Poor sleep raises cortisol, which reduces muscle, and increases fat, which lowers metabolism, making weight gain easier and fat loss harder. It's also important to recognize that as people age, they are more likely to experience sleep disorders such as insomnia, restless leg syndrome, and sleep apnea. Sleep apnea, in particular, is both a cause and consequence of weight gain. It reduces oxygen supply during the night, fragments sleep, and activates inflammatory and stress pathways. Left untreated, it not only impairs cognitive function and mood but contributes significantly to obesity in older adults. Tragically, many people go years without a diagnosis, believing their exhaustion is simply due to getting older. The danger here is the normalization of poor sleep in older age. Society often views disrupted sleep as inevitable after a certain age, and many people stop seeking solutions. But this acceptance comes at a cost. When sleep is allowed to deteriorate unchecked, it quietly undermines weight control, erodes mental sharpness, and increases the risk of diseases such as type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and Alzheimer's. What feels like just another restless night can, over years, become a driver of serious decline. Yet sleep, like metabolism, is malleable. Even in later life, it can be improved with the right environmental and behavioral changes. The key is to treat sleep as a health priority, not an afterthought. Maintaining a regular sleep-wake schedule, exposing the eyes to bright natural light during the morning hours, and avoiding artificial light, especially blue light, in the evening can help reset and strengthen the circadian clock. Evening routines that reduce stimulation, such as reading, stretching, or listening to calming music, can train the body to expect rest at the same time each night. Reducing caffeine and alcohol intake, particularly in the afternoon and evening, is critical, as both substances disrupt deep sleep even if they don't prevent falling asleep initially. Importantly, Older adults should have any suspected sleep disorders professionally evaluated. Sleep apnea, for example, is highly treatable with the right interventions, and addressing it can transform both energy levels and weight management. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, has also been shown to be highly effective in improving sleep without the side effects of long-term sleep medications, which may cause grogginess, falls, or dependency in the elderly. In conclusion, sleep changes in older age are not just a nuisance, they are a metabolic hazard. Disrupted sleep alters appetite, blunts hormonal regulation, increases stress hormones, and reduces insulin sensitivity, all of which contribute to age-related weight gain and chronic disease. But with awareness and intentional effort, sleep can be improved. This, in turn, supports healthier metabolism, better emotional balance, sharper cognition, and a greater quality of life. In the fight against aging and obesity, sleep is not a passive process. It is a powerful, often underutilized tool for protecting the mind and body well into later life. Ignoring it may accelerate decline. Prioritizing it could be one of the most transformative health decisions an older adult can make.